Hi, welcome to a2zknowledge.com. So today we are going to discuss about polyglot persistence. So what is polyglot persistence? So this particular term is widely used in data stores and in programming languages. So now I am going to explain you what exactly that polyglot persistence with respect to data store and then the programming language. Right, it's a more common word actually speaking, but I'm just widely used on these two, programming language and on top of data store. Okay. So now imagine you have a product with you. So there is an e-commerce website. So you have a product like Amazon and Flipkart, something like that. So you have an e-commerce site. So in this e-commerce site, you will be having lot of activities that you will be doing, and your data will be get categorized, right? So imagine, if you take an e-commerce website, what you can see. So there is an orders page, and you have my account in which you will be having all your account information, and then all your payments methods has been got added, and all your history. So history will be get maintained, and what else? So I can say like interest. So the product, what you have visited, and the interest what you have showed on, right? So basically you will be having lot of these kind of categorization and activities that you will be doing in your day-to-day life. Right. So imagine, the complete life cycle of your activities, your activity in the e-commerce. So you create an account, and then you browse something, and then add to the cart, and then just you fill up your delivery address, and then you do a payment, and then the order has been got placed, and you will be get delivered in a week or two. Right, so for you all these activities will happen just in 10 minutes, right? So you just browse something, you add it to the cart, and just you just done with your payment. But back end, right? So it's a big process for us to maintain all your data. So from the front end side, so from the user perspective, the entire task has been completed in 10 minutes. But in the background, it is not so easy to maintain all the data. And all these data that you have given will not come to one particular table in a database. That is the first point we need to see. So imagine this particular e-commerce website, the backend I'm using a database like Oracle. So in Oracle, there will be multiple tables like table for order, table for account, table for payment, table for history, table for interest. So this is the first level. But today the modern applications and the functionality which got added to the existing applications, right? It's so advanced, and the data that we get in day-to-day, daily basis, and hardly minutes and second basis, the huge amount of data is what we are getting. So the application one is the developers, they include a system called polyglot persistent. It's an architecture actually. That means from the data store perspective, a single application will use more than one data store to store the data. So that is called polyglot persistent. You are using more than one databases. So imagine, so in this particular application, so I will be using Oracle or MySQL under RDBMS. Okay. So what else? So we have a lot of other modern databases called NoSQLs, right? So in NoSQLs, you have a lot of varieties, like you have document data store. So NoSQL databases will be get categorized into three basically main important point: document oriented, or graph oriented, or column oriented. Right. So these are some data stores. The data, how it gets stored in these three, is named as document, graph, and column oriented. And we have one more data store in NoSQL called key value. But key value is basically common across all these three actually. Everything underlying is a key value store, right? So an example I can give, a product name is MongoDB for document data store. Graph, there is something called Neo4j. Column oriented, HBase, Cassandra, etc. So if there is one application called e-commerce, this is a website, a product that use more than one database, is called Polyglot. For example, I store all my interest and history information in the graph data store, payment information in HBase or Cassandra, and account information in RDBMS, and orders information in some other DB. So based on the use case, we use more than one database for increasing the speed and utilizing the data storage wise, volume wise, right? So we used to take all these kind of multiple technologies into place, right? So it's not easy to accumulate all the use cases in one particular database. No companies are doing in that way. You take any big product, they use more than one data store for sure. So this has got polyglot persistent from the database side. So what is polyglot persistent from the programming language? So now imagine what language you have used to develop this e-commerce site from both front end and back end perspective. Means for sure the answer is not one language, right? So we use multiple languages. For example, I use Java, I use Python, even C++ people are still using for some functionalities, and even scripting language like shell script and markup languages like HTML, PHP, etc. So again, you are using polyglot persistent, right? So now you consider about not the whole, on the whole the company. Consider about your project. So you are currently doing a project in some cloud or big data or data science, whatever it is. So if you are using more than one language in your project, right, then you are using polyglot persistent, and you are using more than one DB, then it's polyglot persistent. Including more than one technology stack into the project is called polyglot persistent, and it's you can call it as polyglot architecture as well. And it's very important to add such terminologies in your, if you are a solution architect and you are giving a proposal or you are building a project document, you can add this word. It will be very catchy. And secondly, you can add this in your resume, actually, in the project description. So when the interviewer, when he was go through your resume, and he will be seeing the word, if he or she doesn't know what is it, then they will be asking you what is the term called polyglot. So it will be good that you explain it, so that gives them a kind of a belief on you that you have some kind of an experience because you are using such catchy terminologies. So yeah, so it's not only the catchy terminologies, people are widely using it in the project. So people should not ask like, what is the word that you have used, polyglot? So that means it's so simple. Using more than data store or more than one technology stack into the project or in the product is called polyglot persistent. So thanks for watching A2Z-knowledge.com. If you really like this video, please subscribe and forward my channel. And I have given my LinkedIn and Instagram URL in the description box of this video. If you want to contact or follow me, you can do it. And we provide a lot of tech videos in English and Tamil, two languages. And I also have a lot of other technology videos in my channel like programming language, cloud computing, and so on. So just have a look on it. So thanks for watching A2Z-knowledge.com.